All right, I want to get a read on things right now. Ben Carson, as you heard, that he's going to be running Housing and Urban Development. He wants smaller government. Then along comes Tom Price, the Georgia Republican, who's very big on scaling back the vast bureaucracy called Health and Human Services. You see a trend here? So does former Senator Scott Brown, whose name has come up more than once to head the VA. Sees a lot of waste, abuse, and nonsensical stuff going there. Senator, I would imagine if you were picked for that post, it would be continuing that trend to downsize, streamline the very organizations that you guys are taking over. Would that be part of your goal?
Well, I certainly want to make sure that the taxpayers get the best value for their tax dollars, and I want to make sure that there are efficiencies so we don't have men and women who have served dying or being put behind in the back of a line, a fictitious line that's being manipulated. If that means we have to downsize and maybe use that money in other areas, suicide prevention is one that I think is really important. Mental health treatment is another. Yeah, then we'll have to think very hard about it.
You know, I heard Sarah Palin's name come up for the post that your name keeps coming up for. Then I look at the Secretary of State thing, and that's looking like a waiting line outside a JetBlue terminal. What is going on?
Well, first of all, I think the Secretary of State is the most important position there because it's going to be obviously representing the president around the world, and then all the ambassador positions, they're going to take their marching orders from the Secretary of State, a.k.a. the president, and it's going to be a whole different feel than what we have right now, not this apologist kind of mentality that we have. And I believe that the head of the VA is the most difficult job and warrants the most attention as well because our veterans are dying, Neil. So Jeff's a great guy. Listen, either one, you know, whatever. It's up to the president. It's not up to us. So when it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then we move on.
All right, but when you did meet with the president-elect, Senator, I mean, that was the position for which you were being talked up, right?
Yes, that's correct, yes.
All right, now, Sarah Palin also talked up for that position, but she has gone out of her way to criticize the president-elect's moves to save those carrier jobs, that it's a crony capitalism. Do you think that knocked her out of that list?
Well, more importantly, I disagree with her. I think that you use all the tools in the toolbox to keep businesses in our country, not only reducing corporate tax rates, but streamlining regulation and allow the cities and the state of Indiana and potentially the federal government to do whatever they want with their tax dollars. Because when you're raising taxes, that's also a manipulation of our funds. So I'd rather have that money be used for a good thing. Picking in winners and losers. Listen, there's plenty of people who are involved in this, and I'd rather keep the jobs there than not.